To staying with us. Join us on the show right now is the IT professional and also a chieftain of the APC. We have with us Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed. He'll be speaking to us on what the president-elect's role would be, especially to bring in the nation's economy, to build the nation's economy, and how his reign would affect the general Nigerians and the Nigerian youth. Welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome, thank you.
So we know you're an IT professional, and technology is one area that helps governance. You know, one of the pride that Lagos has is the fact that they're able to increase revenue, and they did that through using technology, Oracle. So we understand the role it plays in development, in reducing cost of governance and all that. How do you think the president-elect would work to use technology to enable economic growth for us?
Whenever I'm asked a question with respect to Nigeria, I always want to delve into history and now bring you up to speed. Okay. I use myself as an example. I was raised in Lagos, trained in Lagos, started programming in Lagos, 1995, and there was this Lagos City Computer College over there, so, that kind of thing. When I finished secondary school, I just went into it. Then I went to the north to learn how to write program in terms of first degree. Did my first degree in Bauchi. Then I stayed in the north after finishing. Since then, bye-bye to Lagos. So the reason why I'm giving you that history is I saw Lagos embracing technology, but the explosion in technology did not happen until when democracy came in 1999. So when the president-elect was the governor of Lagos. So what they did then was to create an enable environment that will bring Computer Village, be a kind of IT capital of Nigeria in buying and selling of computer equipment. But it's not like it was created by them. It was they created as an enable environment to allow people to coexist, to do the right thing and get things done. And one of the things they needed, because laptop, is one of the key things, is to create security. Because if there's no security in the government, there is no way to be able to now have anything done. Okay, so now all I'm trying to say is the technology had been used to develop Lagos, like you said, as a result of the vision that the government has to delve into the technological world. And also, when you now compare to present, there's serious developments in the era of IT in the entire world. Microsoft, not long ago, saw our citizens shipping in code into a place called GitHub, where coders would now realize there's a traffic in Saudi Arabia, traffic in China, also traffic in Nigeria and Bangladesh. They came to Nigeria and invested about $200 million here in Lagos, and here in Lagos. As a result of that enablement that was been done by the continuity of the government of Lagos, which happened to be APC government or Bola Tinubu's government or inheritance of the good governance they had in the last 23 years. So now the same philosophy will also be adopted in this particular administration that we're about to experience, whereby people will be given an opportunity to see what they could be able to drive from what is moving the world further. And information is a key to everything that we're doing, right? And data is also a key to everything that we're doing. Nigeria today, we're trying to delve into technological world, but so you go to bank, you do transfer, they'll tell you no network, no this, no that. But for the fact that in Lagos is a hub where all those things is being done, that same extension of what Lagos is will also be now created around Nigeria. Okay. So I totally believe that with the team that this present administration being elected will constitute, it's not all about business as usual. whereby, okay, I know the government, I'm going to forward my name, this, that. No, it's all about what do you have on the table? What can you give back to the country? And that's the reason why all of us, we did not look at religion, we did not look at language, we did not look at ethnicity, we look at cohesion that we had in Lagos. To say, I was raised in Lagos and there was no separation in whether I was Hausa, Yoruba, or Igbo, right? And I was able to learn and evolve and become a professional software developer. Like the software we design today is cutting across 250 million lives. Just say it's
So if I understand you, you're just trying to say that because of the legacy of Bola Tinubu in Lagos as regards IT, you feel that this is something that will be replicated across Nigeria once he is inaugurated and he becomes the president of the country. So you're saying in that field of IT, you saw him do something for Lagos, and you see you're hoping that that is what we're going to see across Nigeria.
Yes, he's a leader, whereby he understands what his people really required. You understand? So he's not a type that he's not a dumb person that you just come and say would do it. He'll first understand that technology is the way to go around it.
Yes.
And he's a mathematician also, you know.
Okay, so I get that. So now people are watching, youths especially, and being an IT professional, I would just like to say, like, what exactly do you think, like, you went to the north, you went to school in Bauchi, what would be different that they would see, in the IT space going forward? When it comes to training, when it comes to more materials, when it comes to job creation, what are we expecting to see?
I always use our company as an example. We're part of this team.
Okay.
What I mean by is we have potentiality of helping. Because we help in terms of telling you there's a dangerous situation about this and that because of the data that we study, right? So we also help as government in the sense that all we means is a team player, is a great leader, is a team player, and he listens. So all I'm trying to say is, for the young ones coming up, the enable environment has already been created, right? So instead of us concentrating on our export of crude oil all the time, we'll do knowledge export now, knowledge economy, in the sense that our programmers now get work done for people living outside Nigeria without even traveling. So now the hub of maybe software development will be extended beyond Lagos. That's that kind of a thing. Okay. Like in Ogun State now, there's a hub for software development. In Ogun State, Lenya.
So in the north, you're hoping we would see something like that?
We also have a little, but now we need expansion.
Okay, fantastic.
So you're the convener of the 100% focus movement.
Yes.
And as that group was, instrumental to the outcome of the elections for the president-elect, what would you say should be his goal, aside IT now? What should he focus on going forward as he gets into office?
Nigeria has a lot of problems. We do know that, right? And one of the things that is affecting us today is because maybe leaders now, presently, do not listen to people. Right? You know what's going on now. They got misinformed and they stick by the people that are misinforming them. So, but Bola Tinubu will not stick to that. So just get so-called, they call them cabal, right? So just sit in the villa, they'll be telling him. He's not going to do that, right? He's going to sit down with the team that he's going to build, and he'll be well informed and be able to rule Nigeria better. So what I'm saying is, apart from IT, you see we have security issue, we have health issue, we have infrastructure issues such as road transportation issue. When you look at transportation in terms of airlines, they need support, like Eric and Airpace and the rest of them. They need support from the government. We have the numbers. So why can't we invest in the airline business? Can't we become the hub of West Africa in terms of moving goods from one place to another? And our pilots are equally good, but they need someone to support them. ARIC is derailing. So government needs to rescue that. When it comes to also transportation, rail needs to be everywhere. So by the time it goes into the rail project, creates a good rail system, people that ordinarily will sit at home will have work to do because the entire Nigeria is connected. But mind us, 4 years is not enough to fix Nigeria. We need to have a blueprint of fixing Nigeria for next 30 years. It's done in Lagos. It could be repeated for the entire country. So definitely when it comes to power, by God's grace, May 29th this year, that team already has been set up like 6-7 months ago. Do you know that will move Nigeria go? Because they know like we'll get to the power and start thinking who's going to be our minister. We'll spend 3 months, 4 months thinking. That's not going to happen. Already, the bunch of talented, the bunch energetic people are waiting. He's even he has overqualified people. There will be competition in selection. It's just like you're Brazilian now, you know how to play football and you want to play for the A team of Brazil. You end up not playing. So we have so much in Nigeria. It's all about allocation of resource.
Right. Okay. Thanks for staying with us. We still have our guest with us, Dr. Ibrahim. Yes, Bisi had a question.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of people want to hear the practicals of everything you have just said. Nigerians want to hear, how does this benefit me as a human being? We have issues of data in our country. When we go to the bank, they will say, come and do your NIN, come and do your BVN, come and do your MMM, come and do your... You keep for the same information that they could have just gotten from one portal to another, you keep redoing and redoing over and over again. Now, technology is supposed to help...
Unify.
Yes, unify those data. What is the plan, the practical plan to help us at least make it seamless, unify the data so that once an organization has my BVN, I don't need to go and be thumb printing again. I don't need to do another NIN. I don't need to do another form of registration. I don't need to do another SIM registration. It just moves from one portal to another. Is there any plan like that?
Yeah, there should be. There must be. The reason why is we're also a victim of all these things, all of us. The sense that if you want to do a passport now in Nigeria, they will say NIN has not dropped. I say, what's the meaning of that? Dropping from where? Is it not to query the system and get the feedback? So you now have to go to backdoor, find a way and make your NIN be pushed to immigration. And that is wrong. It's supposed to be the way you query a banking application to check Zenith Bank from Axis Bank. That's how that verification of your fingerprint should be done. So maybe the policymakers are the ones, or bureaucracy of a cross-agency protocol. I want to be the one leading. I want to be so that kind of bureaucracy. Our president-elect said it. He was going to cut bureaucracy. You know, something that's supposed to be done with 10 steps, 2 steps will be issued. And sometimes again, for instance, now recently there's a court injunction that said, okay, all Naira notes should be brought back. But still, CBN is not responding.
Dr. Mohammed, you just talked on something very important. So there's a human factor with the NIN thing.
Yes.
When you go for your passport, you know they drop.
Yes.
It might not drop in weeks, but it can miraculously drop if you pay some money in Abuja. What exactly can you do if you are asked to work with the president-elect to stop that human factor thing? What can you do in technology-wise that, you know, we could catch and curb this corruption that is happening with the system?
You see, like I said, the banks have already done it. You can just go to Axis Bank and now get information of information of Guarantee Trust easily. The only thing you hear, network is now, your bank is not available. So it's the same thing, it's API, that's what it's called. API will be developed and shared across all the cross agencies. So VIO will get it, Federal Road Safety will get it, and
so we can have all our data consolidated.
Yes, in one place. And you know, one funny thing about our country today is you only get to be known by the government when you have passport. Like our children now, may God help them, they don't even know they exist.
No.
Because the data is offline. Unless if you're able to go to say you want to do international passport, that means you're able to travel.
Right.
Or else you're not going to do that. So one of the things is we go back to the grassroots. all the data from primary school and those that are not going to school need to be captured. That's supposed to be a national agenda.
That's really good to know, and I'm happy that these are some of the plans that you're proposing, or you hope that the president-elect will adopt once he becomes president. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
For coming on our show. We appreciate it. We're speaking to Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed. He's an IT professional and also a chieftain of the APC, and he was just giving us some tidbits of what the president-elect will do when he becomes president. Thank you so much, sir.